Welcome back to another video. In this video we are going to be going over everything new in the Minecraft 1.16 update, so sit back, relax and enjoy. Okay, we're going to start everything off and we're going to go straight into the nether and show you all the new biomes. Right, so let's go straight in. Okay, so guys, the first thing we're going to show you in this new update is all the new nether biomes. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the better nether forest biome. It's also known as the warped forest, and it's a really nice and cool atmosphere in the nether. This comes with all these new blocks and all of that which you can grab from your inventory, as you see. And we're just going to go around a little bit and show you what it's all about. So you can get endermen in this biome as well. So the next biome we're going to show you is the red one. It's known as the Crimson Forest. It's a very dangerous biome. Inside of the Crimson Forest you can find piglins, zombified piglins and hoglins. You will also find a lot of red plants, like you've got your new one right here. I'll just show you a new, just take your tour around all your new animals. I'm going to take a little tour around and just show you what it's all about. You'll find these all over the place, so just get on your creative mode, fly around and find all of them. And the next biome we're going to be going over and showing you in detail is the Basalt Deltas biome. We're going to show you around and show you what it looks like. Inside of the Basalt Deltas biome you will find magma cubes everywhere, so we're just going to show you around now. I personally really like the Basalt Delta. I just like how it's kind of got some sort of snowing effect. There's loads of these everywhere, so this isn't the only one on my map. The next new biome is known as the Soul Sand Valley and is very dangerous. In the Soul Sand Valley you'll find skeletons and ghast spawning. In the Soul Sand Valley biome you'll also find gigantic fossils on the ground and basalt pillars connecting the ceiling to the floor. The biome is still there, so don't worry about that for you. One's just what the normal one, and it's now known as a nether wastes biome. Don't know why you'd rather have that, because this one seems to be so much cooler. Okay guys, so the next thing we're going to be going over is all the different mobs added to the game. First up, we are going to show you the piglin. These guys absolutely love gold. If you give them gold, they will start shaking, look at it, and they'll then throw it at you. Just wait for it. There you go. Most of the loot they give you is actually pretty good. So look, nether brick blocks, I just got 15. Next up, the zombified piglin. Okay guys, so the zombified piglin is basically just a zombified version of a piglin. There's not too much special about them, but if you take a piglin to the overworld, they will immediately start shaking and turn into a zombified version. Okay, so guys, the next one we're going to be going over is the hoglin. It just looks like a pig of the nether. Okay, so guys, the next one we're going to be showing you is the shulker. I don't really think there's much point of them. They don't do very much, but if you start attacking them just before they die, they will disappear and they will be like, I tried to kill this one and he just disappeared and I found him outside of this little building about half an hour later. And I mean, you can use them to make a cool floor which goes up and down, but apart from that, that's all they're used for. Next up we're going to be showing you the Strider. I think they're pretty cool as they can walk on lava, so if you're in the nether and you need transport, you don't have an elytra or a pig or anything, you hop on one of these, get some warped fungus on a stick and you can cruise across the lava. But I would say the only thing bad about them is they are very slow. On land they're ridiculously slow, but they're quite a lot faster on lava, but they're still not very good transport. Okay, so guys, the next thing we're going to be going over is all of the new plants, building blocks and materials. Okay, so guys, the next thing we're going to show you is all the different plants. Okay, so we're going to start off with showing you everything from the warped forest. So the first one is warped roots. You can grow them either in a pot or just on the floor. And the next one we have to show you is the nether sprout, and it's often mistaken just for normal grass as it looks pretty similar and it can be grown on the floor or on warped nylon. And second to last we have this warped fungus. You can grow them on the floor or in a pot, It looks really unnatural, but it looks really cool. Last but certainly not least, we have twisted vines. You can use them stacked on top of each other. You can just have them on the floor as a mini plant, but I'm sure if you're creative enough, you can think of a use for them. They can also be used as a ladder, as you can climb up and down them. Next up, we're going to show you the warped nylon block, and as you can see, if you place bone meal down on it, all the plants just grow naturally. And as you can see here, if you put a bit of warped nylon down, put a warped fungus on and place some bone meal, you can get some really huge trees. One of the cool things about this is if you put 4 bits of warped nylon down and 4 warped fungus on, you can place bone meal down on them and you can get 4 wide trees. You could have 8 wide trees, or you could even have like 16 by 16. So if you do it big enough, you can have a massive house hidden in a tree. Next up, we're going to show you all the new warp stuff. As you can see, you can get new warped planks, which means you can get stairs, doors, buttons, pressure plates, trapdoors, fences, and even fence gates. Once your pressure plate, your stairs, trapdoor, all the new stuff like that, and they look awesome. The next thing we're going to show you is the new crimson stuff. Check out the 2 new plants. You've got the crimson fungus and the crimson roots. And as you probably expected, you need crimson nylon to grow them. If you put bone meal down on them, they actually grow the plant as you probably expected. And as I stated earlier, you can do the exact same thing on warped nylon as you can warped fungus. So I'm just going to show you that you can put loads together and you can build a whole massive house inside of them. So if you put all of them together like that, look, it's huge. You could put a house in, and if it's hidden by the leaves, no one's ever going to find it. You could put it in the middle of the nether, and who's ever going to know it's there? And as you probably expected, there's going to be all the new blocks, fences, fence gates, stairs, doors, even trap doors. You can get signs, buttons, and pressure plates. And you've got all of these. You've got these ones. Crimson stems, normal stem, stripped crimson stem, nylon, and it just looks awesome, doesn't it? But imagine the possibility of all the things you could make. You could have a massive evil fortress with 2 of those red trees on either side, with a door, with like an elevator or a ladder going straight down into like a dungeon or a bunker on each side. You could have a massive evil fortress with your new doors. It would look awesome. The next thing we're going to show you is this, the shroom light. It's quite a cool sound when you place it, and it goes in both of the trees, as we'll show you now. So you got them over there, and you can see them all the way right up at the top, all the way up here as well. Next is the warped fungus on a stick. As you probably thought, it's a fishing rod and warped fungus, and you put it on a strider so you can ride over them. The next thing we're going to show you is indeed soul sand and soul soil. So this is our soul soil and this is our soul sand. As you know, you get slowed down while walking over soul sand, but soul soil does not do anything. But the cool thing about it is, get some flint and steel out and try lighting it. You get blue fire. It's twice as deadly as normal fire, so be careful around it. But that's not all the soul soil does. The soul soil is also an important crafting block. If you want any of these cool new crafting blocks, you're going to need soul soil, because you've got your soul campfire, your soul lantern, and your soul torch. I think the blue stuff looks 20 times nicer. I don't know about you, but how much nicer is the blue? But remember, if you have a base in the nether, use these blue lights, because piglins hate them and they will not go anywhere near. Minecraft 1.16 has also brought out new ores that you can actually find in the nether. So the first one I'm going to show you is a nether gold ore. You can find nether gold ore anywhere, just like you can nether quartz. If you decide to mine with a normal pickaxe, any pickaxe will work. You'll get in between 2 and 6 gold nuggets. You can receive up to 24 gold nuggets from a single block, depending on what you use. Another new one is the gilded blackstone block. If you mine this block, you can find up to 2 to 5 gold nuggets, or you can get the block itself. And you can smelt the block in a furnace. Thinking of blackstone, this is the next thing we're going to show you. It is the blackstone building block. And you've got your walls, your stairs, your stone, and indeed you have your slabs. And if you want a prettier and nicer looking block, you can polish them and you can get a whole lot more options, including 2 different types of walls, some pressure plates, buttons, a few new blocks, slabs, bricks and stairs. This guy right here has a very long name, and it's the chiseled polished blackstone. And if you look carefully, you can see it kind of looks like it's got a pig's nose on the front of it. Next up, we're going to show you the Ancient Debris. It is the new rarest ore there is in the game. Ancient Debris can be found down low in the nether, like really deep below the lava level. Once you find it, mine it with a pickaxe, but that will have to be a diamond pickaxe and you'll get a block. Take it back to a furnace, smelt up, and you will get netherite scrap just like this, which is the best ore in the game. Next up, we are going to show you this. If you get a smithing table, which finally now has use, you want to put a diamond sword in, there's a bit of netherite, and you can get a netherite sword. And for the key in Idlemancy, you've probably noticed that the armour now goes down in columns instead of along a line. You get all sorts of different weapons and different armour. This is amazing. You actually get +1 knockback resistance when you get this armour. And it can be enchanted, but it would take a long time to get the armour alone. And as I said, you can also enchant it, so it looks like this. Or you can have your armour looking nice like this. Even if you enchant it, it still keeps its knockback. So it's got knockback and aqua infinity protection as well. So this has protection 1 and knockback resistance. And they have all different ones like that. You can do that with the swords as well, as you can see. And it has +8 attack damage. Next up, we are going to show you this lodestone block. If you don't like the netherite tools, you can make these. It's not a good move, but this would make a very good floor. Compasses can now be enchanted with Curse or Vanishing. That's pretty cool. That your friend might just disappear when they're locating the house or something. Remember Soul Sand Valley? Then this can be found generating in the Soul Sand Valley, and it is the basalt block. You have the normal basalt and you have polished basalt block. As you can see, they can go up and they can go sideways just like that. So the next thing that is new to this game is the chain. You hang it from the ceiling and you can place your lanterns on it. So we got a nice way to have a nice lit up ceiling without having to have a chunky stair doing it. Because does anyone want a cobblestone wall or anything doing that? Because I mean, it's not the nicest, is it? You can always stick to that, but the chain just looks really good. The next thing we have is the cracked nether bricks and chiseled nether bricks. I'm not really a fan of them, but I guess you could use them for like a haunted castle or anything that you wish. Next up, we have the crying obsidian. It gives off a light level of 10. Unfortunately, it cannot be crafted, but it's very cool. I mean, come on guys, you be the judge of which one you think's cooler. I'm 100% with the crying obsidian. Look at it. How cool would that look as a base? If you mix that with one of the new blocks. Come on, that just looks pretty cool. Crying obsidian is used to actually make one of the coolest things in the nether update. You can now have a house in the nether, because you place a respawn anchor down, walk up to it, put a bit of glowstone, and now this is where you'd respawn. It does look pretty cool. You can make a house out of them. I mean, look how cool that looks. So you can give it you can give it 1, 2, 3, 4 chance charges. It's lighter and you can respawn more times. But be careful, if you do it again, boom, look, it explodes. So be careful, okay? That, you don't want that. If you build a house and charge your block too many times, that would be the worst thing you could do. So be careful of that. So if you were to die, you would respawn back to this point, but it would lose 1 respawn and it would be on 3. You can recharge it again. Next up is the target block. Nice and simple, easy to create, and if you hit anything near the edge, the signal will be weak, but if you hit it right in the middle, the signal will be a lot stronger, and you can use it to create some sort of lighting. So you can have a massive target like I have and power it with redstone and have a massive light going around it every time you hit a block. So if you wanted to, you could go around and do something like this. You could go around and do something like this, so every time you hit it, different places, it all lights up. Next up, we have a new music disc. It is called Pig Step by Lena Ray, and it sounds pretty cool. And it is found in and it's found in bastions. So guys, just before we go, you can also place fish down on a campfire just like that. These are raw salmon and they come off in a few minutes as cooked salmon. But while that's doing that, we're going to say diamond hose can also be used now to get blocks like this and dig them faster. So we're just going to go over to survival mode and we're going to show you how quick they are, and that's without any extra thing on it, that's just a normal hoe. So if we give these a little bit more time, look, you can see they're all popping off now as cooked salmon. And another use for stair walls, you can now stack them on top of each other. And you can make really nice looking things. So we are just going to go with, let's say we're making a really nice looking fortress and we needed a nice window and we needed it to latch onto an evil wall. Then we got that there. Look, you can do iron bars, you can do glass panes. It just looks really cool, doesn't it? Like, look at that, how cool is that? The home menu has also been updated. As you can see, they've got the new nether in the background. Alright guys, so thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, enable those notifications, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye!